So do you feel intimidated by other memory planners on YouTube? And you're just watching them and the writing is always perfect and straight lines. The person always seems to be caught up and never behind with their entries. Their layouts are always perfect with the photos and stickers matching perfectly. Don't worry about it anymore, because this video will not make you feel like that. So keep watching. Hi everybody, it's Robin from Talks from the Heart. All right, I'm gonna share with you and do flips of my memory books. I'm not even gonna call them a planner. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine when people say a memory planner, because you're not really planning in it. I know that's getting technical and getting caught up in the words, but for me, this is just my memory book. And I'm going to show you different ways that I've tried this year to do memories. The elephant in the room is I am wearing a new ring. This is a birthday present to myself for my 60th birthday. And I've told everybody that's important to me in my day-to-day life that I have it, so they don't think I got engaged or anything. But this is something that I've been wanting for years and years, and it took me months to decide. But this is what I decided on my big gift for my 60th. And so you'll probably see this in a lot of future videos. I just didn't want you guys to think that regularly watching my videos that I'm engaged. I am not. I'm engaged to myself. I've decided that the guy I want isn't out there, so I'm okay with that. Now, I've been promising to do a flip through of my cousin. In previous videos, I mention it, but this video is going to be dedicated to showing you how I memory keep and different ways that I've tried and different things that have fallen off. And then also an idea that I'm probably going to implement this idea in 2026, because this is getting to be a little much. And by a little much, I mean, I don't do much. And so I feel like the entries are always the same. Did laundry. It was a regular day. So I kind of want to ramp into doing more of a highlight of the day and more hybrid of like a weekly. And I did a couple mock-ups that I'm going to show you here. So the first thing that I did was I started out in 2025, and I started out in a Hobonichi cousin, the big chunky monkey mama. And this was working fine until I thought, oh, it's getting too chunked up. So I transitioned to a Hobonichi cousin, a VEC. Now, if you're new to Hobonichi, the cousin is an A5 planner that us planner people have taken and morphed it into so many other different things. And I all about it, you guys. If a planner doesn't work for you exactly the way they've laid it out to be subscribed, that's how you should use it, then just use it what works best for you. I'm searching for words. This got to be so chunky that I talked myself into ordering the Avec. And honestly, it was an unnecessary purchase. I have gifted away the second half of the year. Oh, and that's what I was getting started on, is if you're new to Hobonichi, they offer this A5 planner in the full year, and then the Avec, which is January through June, and then July through December. So you have a smaller, not as thick planner, and it's the years divided into two. So I started out with this. I sticker bombed the snot out of it and used up a lot of my stickers. This is not new on this channel. I've shown it, and I had a lot vested in this, all right? And when I transitioned to the Avec, I was okay with the decision. Didn't even think about it. So here I chart my YouTube videos. Here I chart the weather. It gives me a fantastic reason to use sticker kits. And that's another thing, is I want to talk about when you decide that you want to memory keep in this fashion, you have to decide why you're doing it And that will help you decide what kind of book you need, what kind of tools you need, and things like that. So a lot of people do it the way I do it, where they just write down memories and add photographs and stickers. A lot of people also use their memory books for a smash book. A smash book is where you just take anything and everything that's a memory. Like, say I got this in the mail from Busy Bee Planners. On that day, I would put it on the day. And so just a lot of ephemera, a lot of actual articles, pieces of paper. You know, if you get a Jimmy John order and you want to cut out the bag, they slap it in there. A lot of people do that. For me, when I asked myself the question, why do I memory keep? I realized that it was a place for me to play with stickers. I also realized that it was a place for me to put photographs. I'll just keep flipping while we chat. I also realized that it was for me and only me and no one else. Now, that's another reason why some people memory keep, is they'll say that they're keeping it as a keepsake book for their children or their grandchildren, and I think that's great. I wish that I had children that cared, but my children don't care. And I've had conversations with them about it, and I'm like, I'm keeping that, and they're like, Mom, and I'm like, all right, now maybe it'll be different once I'm dead and gone, but for now, I had to come to the realization that this was for me and only me. So what I did was the monthlies, I put down a sticker kit, monthly cousin sticker kit from Pookie Bear Cuties. And then the weeklies I don't use. I tried to use them. It didn't work. Here I tried to jot down a memory of the week. And I also tried to use vertical kits. And I'm just not a vertical person. I for some reason, I've never, and I can say 7-9 years in, I can tell you I've tried and tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. And it just gives me like a stomach ache. And so I've let go of that. So in the cousin, they have these vertical weekly spreads, and I just sticker bombed it. Okay, now this is how I started the year. And I just sticker bombed it. So when I transitioned to the Avec, okay, and I did add some decorations, which if I want to, don't tell yourself that if you switch books or planners that all is lost, because you can harvest this out. Not so sure about the vinyl stickers, but absolutely, if you're going to get rid of the planner or the book, you can go in and fussy cut this out and glue it to something else. The vellum is not totally lost. I could slice that out. But for right now, I'm really proud of myself as to how far I got in both of these. Oh, and here's my numbers that I need to transcribe into the big cousin. And I also just forgave myself, let's say. Maybe those are strong words, but I forgave myself for spending the money on the stickers and then abandoning the book. I'm okay with it. It's in the grand scheme of things, it is not a big deal. Here I tried to do scripture and then a highlight of the day, and that didn't work. It never stuck, you guys. It just never stuck. I really, really forced it. Added some pictures. And what I did was, because I started the year in the big one, I went back and transcribed into this one so that I would have a full completed book. And I worked really, really hard to make both of these completed. I guess this did stick a little bit. It's a highlight of the day where I added stickers. I'm flipping and keep flipping, and there's still more weeks, and then it dropped off. And then what I did here was I'll show you in the big one because it's more complete, is I just continued to do photographs, and you can see here I pulled out some stuff because I went back to the cousin. My daughter's birthday. Some days are filled out and some aren't. So this is totally caught up I want to finish the whole month of June, and then and then in the back, I just did the free Post-its from Peanuts Planner Co. and marked off the day, because this was something that I had in my lap every morning, and it wasn't working for me. I did not like how encumbersome it was and how I was tied to this to actually make an entry. And also, you guys, I put this pressure on myself to make the entry and to make it cute and organized, and then I have the right picture. So in order for all that to happen, I had to have the Canon Ivy on top of on my lap every morning, and it just got to be where it was just not fun. So I decided to let the Yvette go and go back into the big one, because let's just start at May, because we've got enough. Because I honestly, I can't remember why. I think it was because I just wanted to get that off my lap, and oh, that's why. And I changed my planner where I created my own planner, okay, where I have my weekly. And then what I did was my to-do list was on my left, and my rapid log of memories of what happened that day was on my right. And then I began to take this and transcribe it into this. And I decided, since I had so much vested in this, between acetate, vellums, stickers, sticker kits, and this was going to allow me to finish out the full year, I decided to go back into this one. And I just got caught up with it from, I know you guys are getting whiplash. I get it. This into this. And then come July and August, no, June and July is what was in this planner, which is where I tried the new technique where I had just the one book on my lap in the morning. And then when I had time to be fun and creative, I would take it and put the information in here. So what I do now is I don't have my Canon Ivy, which, if you're new, is a little mini printer. And it's in my Amazon cart. And it's Bluetooth, and it prints out photographs like this that are stickers. And that's how I get the photographs into my memory keeper. Now, a lot of people also use their regular printer and just, collage it and then cut it out and have it on regular paper. I don't have that option in my life right now, and so I still use my Canon Ivy, and I love it. So what I do on the monthly starter page is I just decorate it, and then I go in and I first put in, all right, do I have anything to show you? I do not. That isn't already caught up. What I do is I first go through my photographs, and I do this, give or take every other day or whatever. I go through my photographs because I have an old phone and I don't have a lot of memory. I have to get rid of photographs off my phone. And so I go through my photographs, I print it out, and then I stick it on the page, and I put it anywhere. And then I just format around it with stickers and writing. This keeps it where my photographs are current in here. And then sometimes I decorate ahead. So you can see here that if I get where I just want to have fun with stickers and be creative, I'll just go in and decorate ahead. And then what happens is when I come in to write the memories for the day, I just work around this. I just make it work. I did used to have a lot of worry about, is one page going to be enough? And it absolutely is. Sometimes the one page is more than enough room. You can see here, I still have room up here to write and all here. So it's okay. And then sometimes I'll go in and add more stickers into blank spots. And that's just therapeutic for me. So you'll see that the stickers don't really, I did kind of make this match, which was hilarious. I was starting teeth whitener and I wanted to take a picture of my teeth. So some of these memories are silly. Some of them are important. Look at how tiny she was. But I just go in and then I transcribe the memories. And it's not... You guys, it's not fancy. It is not fancy, and I try to be neat when I write, and I try to be make it look perfect, and I don't. I just scribble out if I make a mistake, and no big deal. A lot of Busy Bee planners. Ooh, isn't that gorgeous? You guys check out her shop. Hobbs Sticker Co. Vellum from Sweet Quiet Designs. So this is the beginning of June. Sweet Quiet Designs, the August kit was so cute with the daisies. And then some of the memories are fabulous. Here I fixed my fence all by myself. I was so proud of myself. Yeah, and then some washi that Nessie sent me. Today sucked. I can't even remember why these days sucked. I think it was because I was doing 2 jobs. Oh my gosh, this is such a funny picture. No time to write. This is PET tape from Busy Bee. Isn't that pretty? Okay, and some of the pages are sticking because I have like adhesive. Thinking about what else I wanted to say. I did really get frustrated with finding my perfect sweet spot with all this, because you can see that I wanted to try to see if I could figure out a way to streamline this, a way to make it more interesting. I also get super distracted when I watch YouTube and I start looking at all the other stuff in different sizes. Here's the day I read Pretty Girls, and I read it all day long. And my eye surgery. So let's just finish flipping through this. You can see some pages have more stickers than others. This big giant Labubu is from Pookie Bear Cuties. And then August starts, and I'm all caught up. This is the flower PET tape from Amazon. I'll have it linked below. And this is the clear stickers, the houses from Amazon. I love them. My daughter sent me a pen for my birthday. And then my birthday. Started the treadmill. So like this looks really blank to me, so I have Labubu stickers, and I'll probably go in and add more stickers, but that's just when I feel creative and it's a therapeutic time. In the back, I just have more stickers. Yeah, I do have some writing, but it's when the year was transitioning and I wanted to try this out. So I've been pretty much, this will be my entire 2025 memory book, and I'm super, super proud of it because I can't tell you the last time I finished a book. But here's what happened behind the scenes in July. I got distracted, and I wanted to use a standard size TN insert, okay? And I thought, all right, I had these inserts. They were from forever and a day ago. I put it together for the month of July. I counted out the pages, and I started playing with the kit from Sweet Quiet Designs. I added the same pictures that I had in my cousin, okay? And I just transcribed it. I didn't even really finish decorating it because I mostly wanted to get the work in with the, and here you can see that I knew I had a photo that I wanted to add, but I wanted to, this is the cutest ever. I mean, I think she's the cutest ever, but I wanted to get the writing in because I knew the decorating would come easy and it would be fine for me. And then, yeah. And then I dropped off. No, I didn't. Did I finish? I didn't finish decorating it, but I did finish transcribing it. And the reason why is I knew this wasn't going to work for me for the next year. And that's really what I was trying to do, was I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do for 2026. And since I had this, and it didn't cost me any money, I already had all the stuff. I thought, you know what? I'm going to try it. And now I know that doesn't work. It's out of my system. That is the best advice I can give you if you're looking for advice. If you're like, I want to try memory keeping, or what I'm doing just seems boring, or daunting, just if you've got even just even a couple of pages you can try out, and that will tell you how I came to this. Give it a shot. You know, if you've got a dead planner sitting in a box and it's a size you still love, then pull it out and don't be afraid to mock up some ideas. All right, so I really had to ask myself too, do I want to finish this? Do I want to finish the Avec? And you know what? It's going slow, and I only have a couple more pages, but I am going to finish this. Even though it's the same thing as what's happening in here, I still feel proud that I finished. So I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking about streamlining it, because I'm finding that a lot of my entries are pretty boring and standard. Now listen, I don't live an exciting life, okay? You know, rocket ships aren't, you know, coming out my ass in the morning, but I do feel a little bit like this might be a little too much for me. And so what I decided to do was I decided to pull out my health journal, totally forgetting that I had this one, that I started the year as my prayer journal and my gratitude journal, and totally forgot, and did 2 weekly mock-ups on this. And I love it. Now, I had to ask myself, do I love it because it's new and I had fun trying it, or do I love it because it's streamlined? The jury's still out on that, you guys, because I love both of them, but I refuse to do both. I refuse to do both next year, even though I have the time and I have the energy. I just don't know if that's what I want to do. So I really had to figure out how I wanted to streamline the process, and I pulled out my weeks. I did a weekly recap, and then I figured I mocked up the week twice, okay? I used photographs. I used the collage feature for this, for space. I went in here and did this, and I really, honestly, I was at work when I did this, so I had stencils in my work bag, and I had one marker, and I had washi tape available to me really quick. And you guys, I used a marker, a Crayola super tip. It took such minimal effort, to be honest with you. I just looked at the week and I just wrote in the highlights and I called it. And I really, really like this. I may take this one and do a couple of weeks and see how I like it. And what I decided was, all right, I got really excited and I thought, okay, calm down. Just how can we figure out if the weeks is going to be enough space for what you want to track, where if you pick this up in a few years, what do you want to know about your life? Okay. The first thing was I wanted to keep the left side as a highlight of the day, even if it was just an okay day, just a simple snapshot. And then this right side, because this is how the weeks is laid out if you're new, okay? The right side would just be a general overview of the weekly, like a weekly recap. And then I thought, all right, now the weeks has a lot of other space. So this is my current health journal, and I just used weeks in the back or back weeks that I hadn't written in, that I knew I wasn't going to write anything in. And so let's pull out this week's. And I thought, all right, we have the monthlies, and how do you want to use that? Well, I track the weather. The things I want at the end of the year of a Snapchat bird's eye view of my year is the weather. I want to track when I put out a YouTube video, and I want to track my subscriber number at the beginning of the month. And then I said, okay, now we've got a lot of pages in the back. What you going to do with those? Now, I'm not making myself use the entire planner if I don't want to. I'm not forcing myself into that. But I do want to be responsible, because I also am capable of just making my own. And I wanted to see if what I was going to choose, either the cousin or the Hobonichi Weeks. Would I utilize enough of it to justify the purchase? Okay. And so here I would probably not do anything. Here I started the year off and I was marking off the month when it was finished. I don't know, maybe I could do that. And then here I would chart my videos, which is what I'm doing in the cousin, and my subscriber number. And then I also like to put the amount of videos I put out, just even though I can count them, I like just a quick view of that. So this is how I would use that. The monthlies I would absolutely use to track the weather. So these are monthly kits from Sweet Kawaii Designs, so cute. And I would use this to track the weather. And the back pages, I'm going to do a monthly recap. Not necessarily so much with photographs, but just a general, how did the month go? What was the biggest highlights? And I really think that, A, this will be fun for me. B, I won't be tied to the planner as often as I would be if I was continuing this way. And the reason why is because of the way I have my regular planner set up, where I'm writing everything that I have to retain for this process in my regular planner while my memory is fresh. Okay. And so there's other things that I want to track, but I think they're not necessarily, and this will go into my 2026 lineup. I think they're not necessarily things I want a bird's eye view of, but if I want to, I can just write smaller in here. For instance, I want to track when I start a book and when I end a book. I want to track when I'm making my homemade dog food. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to be okay with just utilizing this for the dog food and then the book, and I would just write it in. But then here at the weekly recap, I would actually add photographs that I started or stopped a book. So this is how my memory books are going. Different things that I've tried, and different things that fall away from the wayside, but I still decided to finish. And listen, don't try to fit yourself into a box you don't fit just because everybody's doing it. I always say that, because if you're like, yep, I like it, I don't want to do it, or I tried it and it didn't work for me, it's okay. It's absolutely, I mean, everybody knows that it's okay. And sometimes you're just that person that enjoys looking at things and saying, yeah, that was cool. So glad it works for you. That's not about me. I'm proud of people like that who know themselves well enough to not be influenced by people showing their creativity, which I don't feel I did here on this video, because I'm really not that creative. I'm not. I just love stickers, paper, and pen, and I love ink to paper. I love it. And I also, the other reason why I'm really happy that I might do the Hobonichi Weeks is because I love the paper. What I want you guys to get from this video is, no matter if your memory planner is perfect looking or is a comfortable hot mess, keep doing you. That's all that should matter. Because like I said earlier in this video, this is absolutely something I'm doing only for me, just for me. And the reasons I'm doing it is because, again, repeating, love stickers, love paper, love it all. And I get a lot of joy out of it. So I hope that you are inspired to do what's best for you. And I hope that you got some good ideas and information off this video. So thank you so much for watching. Give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and always enjoy today. Bye, everybody. Hey, everybody, bonus footage. I just got mail, and I got happy mail from Busy Bee Planners. I'm falling in love with this PET tape, you guys. And I love that she offers just a small amount of it so that once I use it, I am not stuck with it forever, because some of those rolls of washi tape are pretty big. So this is what I ordered. Whoo, that's pretty. Hang on now. I need something. Oh, let me grab my book journal. Hold on one second. Because it has white paper in it that doesn't have any writing. Wow, is this pretty. Wow. Ooh, that's gorgeous. Look at that. Oh, it has some fall stuff in it. Interesting. Ugh. I just crack up because I'm like, in my head, that's what I look like, but that is not what I look like. Ooh, this is pretty. Wow, this is a generous sample. Okay, and I was just on her shop this morning, and I did add this to my cart, and I will have to take it out because, oh, and is it fussy cut? It is. Oh my goodness. Yay. So what I will do is I will cut these images apart. All right, this is supposed to be bonus footage, so I'm going to go quick. Ooh, this is cool. This reminds me of Dilutions from my art journal days, Diane Reevely. Oh, this is really cool. And these are fussy cut too. Ah, cool. Okay, very, very, very cool. Very cool. And I can't repeat enough how much I love just having a small amount of something and not the gigantic roll. All right, and then of course I mentioned this, and I love this, made in Canada, cute. I love that she also offers vellum. So let's take a look at this really quick. So Beehive 20% off, you guys, 20% off. And then if you mention me, you'll get my freebie. Oh, she sent hang on. So I ordered another piece of vellum for one of my cover pages in my planner. This is adorable. Adorable. Okay. I put the no in November. Oh, just yet. We've been having really cool, really nice weather. Ooh, I ordered more of this. Yay, because I needed a little bit more stuff for August before I ramp into fall stuff. And I ordered this. Isn't it cute? We've been having really remarkably cool weather with a breeze. And just yesterday, Mary was over, my bestie, and she was like, I'm cold. And I just thought to myself, geez, that didn't take you very long to be complaining about the weather already. Okay, so this is thanks for ordering. So sweet. This is the Facebook freebie. So she does have a Facebook group, and if you join it and then you order and you mention, you'll get a freebie. This changes all the time. That's so cute. And then here are the PR freebies. Nessie's. So again, Beehive 20, mention me if you want this freebie. Mention Nessie if you want this freebie. I always appreciate people mentioning me. Hang on. Sticker Snoodle. And then Kim's freebie. And then Teddy's freebie. I'm going to call it Teddy. I think that's how it's named. Adorable, adorable. All right. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye, everybody. This is just bonus footage so I can get it in there. Bye, everybody.